When trying to enter the restaurant, the woman is prevented by the manager. The manager asks where the lady thinks she will enter. When the customer asks why, the attendant replies that this is a refined restaurant, which does not fit people like her, much less people entering in flip-flops. The lady, without understanding, goes back to ask what she meant by person of her type. The manager says that she said right, anyone, that in this restaurant you do not enter people like that. The customer says she just wants to have lunch and asks if your money is different from other people's money. The debauched manager asks if someone like her has money. We then see another woman coming up from behind the manager. She asks Jade, the manager, if anything is going on there. Jade answers yes and asks if she is without service inside the restaurant. After all, they're outside. Who solves it is her. The woman replies that she only went there because they had a problem inside the restaurant and that they need the manager because she had an occurrence at table 3. Jade says she will solve it and asks the other woman to stay at the door covering her absence because the restaurant is reserved for a private event, saying that Jade is treating her badly and asks if they know who the owner of the restaurant is. The manager listens to this and comes back to answer that it doesn't matter who the owner is, that the only thing that matters is that she is the manager. The waitress at the door then apologizes for her manager's attitude, saying that unfortunately she is arrogant in this way. The client replies that she just wanted to have lunch but is being humiliated in such a way that she thinks it best to. The waitress then asks the lady to wait and says she will arrange a table for her. The two enter, and we see the waitress sitting the woman at a table. The woman thanks the kindness. The attendant then asks the lady to wait, that she will already get the menu for her, and leaves. We see the scene cut and the manager arranging one of the tables and noticing the woman sitting at the table. We follow the vision of the lady observing the restaurant, the ambience of the place that is. And then we see the manager going to the attendant who returned with the menu, forcibly stopping her. Jade then asks, where does she think she is going? Who was it that gave her the right to go over her orders? The waitress then responds, saying she doesn't understand. Just because the woman is wearing flip-flops, her manager is mistreating her, that she will take responsibility for any problems they have. Jade replies, calling her by name, Mayara, saying that this is not the problem, and she has gone over his orders. Mayara, already upset about the situation, speaks, who does not understand why Jade is so arrogant to be treating customers like this. At one time or another this will turn against her. Jade angrily tells Mayara to take it into her life that opinion without permission is meddling. The manager then leaves, going towards the lady's table. Getting there already starts to talk, asking the lady if she has any hearing problems because she told her not to enter, and that not only did she do it, but is there feeling good looking at the landscape. The lady responds by saying that she has to solve the problem with the other girl. Jade says that with Mayara she solves later, but that now it is with the lady, then asks what she wants to eat. The woman then asks for a strawberry juice. Jade, already mocking, says that the woman at least is wise, as she ordered one of the cheapest drinks in the house, as the expensive drinks she would not. The lady then replies that the fact that she ordered the strawberry juice does not mean that she has no money. It means that she is in the mood to drink strawberry juice. Jade then asks what she will want to eat. The woman soon replies that she wants a grilled salmon. To the point, the manager responds by asking if she has any idea how much a salmon dish costs. Starts looking to tell you. Says that half a portion comes out to 200 reis. Returning to the debauchery, Jade says she is worried. The lady then says that, indeed the price is quite high, but that it does not matter, that you can ask. Jade says she already knows this small talk from the woman, who asks what she said, and Jade just dismisses, saying that it was nothing and that she will already order her plate. She then leaves, and as she walks bumps into Mayara, tells her to leave the woman's table with her, and once again tells her to look for what to do. We see the scene cut once again. On a counter we see a glass of juice and Jade putting and mixing pepper in the glass, saying that the woman will see what is good, that she will teach her to stop her petulance, that the woman will regret going there, and that her drink will be very spicy. Mayara then arrives and asks what she is doing there. Jade replies that she is preparing the juice for the lady and jokes that her juices are great. Myra then replies that she has never seen juice with pepper. After all, what was it that the woman ordered? Jade says that it doesn't matter to Mayara, that even she will finish preparing and she can already take it to the lady's table. The waitress just says it's okay, and we see the scene cut and Mayara taking the juice. Mayara pours up the drink and looks around to make sure Jade isn't watching her, comes close to the lady's ear and tells her she needs to tell her something, but the manager can't know. Mayara tells the woman that Jade adulterated her drink by putting pepper in her juice. She then asks the lady not to drink the juice, so that she does not get sick. The lady thanks and says it was a good thing to have warned, she is allergic to pepper. Mayara is glad to have warned and says goodbye. The woman thanks once again, and tries to smell the juice. Barely putting the juice near her nose, she feels the strong pepper filling. We then see Jade and Mayara standing near the counter. Jade fidgets, asks if her plan worked. Mayara tries to make a fool of herself and asks if what her manager is talking about. She just replies that she was thinking out loud. Jade then tries to disengage and says she is watching the lady, says that until then she has not had juice or eaten anything. If she thinks she will do what Jade is thinking, the lady is very mistaken. The manager then goes towards the table and starts talking to the woman, asking why so far the lady has not taken the juice or eaten anything. The woman then responds by saying that the juice is smelling very strong of pepper and that the appetizers are cold, looking like they came straight from the refrigerator, that she will not eat these things. Jade once again angrily asks until what time the woman intends to be doing little show there, who asked for a strawberry juice and that came on a whim, and that the salmon will not come, because the lady has no money to pay. The woman then asks for respect, says that she would not have the ability to go to a restaurant to ask for something she cannot afford. And what another thing, it's not because she's a manager that she can go out talking like that to people, not even if she was the owner she could. Jade slams her hands on the table, telling the woman to confess that she has no money to pay anything. The lady responds by saying that Jade is very wrong, that she is seeing her dressed simply that way, but that she has the money to enter any restaurant in town. Jade mocks, saying that only if it is in Mukifos from coast to street that she is able to enter and pay, tells her to stop small talk and to pay the bill soon. The woman replies that she is already feeling bad about the whole situation and asks her to bring the bill soon. The manager just replies that, "We'll bring the card machine since it will be on credit," and mocking says that we'll look for some. We see the woman completely dissatisfied. The scene changes and Jade comes back with the bill and the little machine, and asks where the woman's card is. The lady then asks how she will pay without knowing the amount. The manager soon says that it is $100 for the juice plus 10% of the service and that the pies were courtesy of the house. The woman laughs and asks how she will pay $100 for something she did not consume because of the manager. The manager says that she will not let her do it. Why did she put pepper in her juice and she didn't ask her to put pepper in her juice? An abused Jade says that the woman is accusing her of something she didn't do, and that if she thinks she's being harmed it's her problem. The only thing she wants to receive is the amount of the bill. No longer taking the situation, the woman says she will pay for approach. Jade then sees the woman's cell phone and realizes that it is a cell phone of last generation and top of the line. At the time that was going to make the payment, Jade hits the machine with all the force on the screen of the cell phone. Shocked, the woman asks what she thinks she is doing. What nonsense is that? She uses the cell phone to pay her bills and now can no more. Mayara, hearing the commotion, goes to the table and asks what is going on. What is that noise? Mayara says that it is okay, that she pays without problem. After paying, Jade says that she was already solving the situation and that she did not need to meddle, and who she thinks is a compassionate saint of the poor. Stressed by the whole situation, Mayara said she just did what the manager should have done. The lady then thanks her once again and congratulates Mayara. Another girl arrives on the scene saying good afternoon and greeting everyone and asking if they are okay. Mayara then asks if this is their boss, but Jade cuts her off, saying that they are only trying to solve the problem of the woman's cracked screen. The boss then, seeing the lady, calls her mother and asks her what she is doing there, says that she always wanted to know her daughter's restaurant and that this time she had the opportunity. We see the color come out of Jade's face when she realizes that the woman she was being disrespectful to is her mistress' mother. The boss then replies that yes, she is her mother, and going back to talk to her mother, she says that yesterday she had made a call to her and her mother had told her she was in Europe. How can she be there so fast? Lost the fear of flying, asks again. Tries to put the blame of the situation on the mother, saying that she should have identified herself. Now knowing that the lady is the mother of her boss, she will prepare the best juice in the house and the salmon will come to the point as requested. says that cool that now she has changed her posture of talking to the client and that she does not want anything more, after all does not know what will come. Without understanding, her daughter is shocked and asks her employees how it is possible that her mother did not approve of the dish. He asks Jade what she meant. She is the manager there and responsible for good customer service and the quality of our products. Jade tries to explain herself by saying that her mother did not identify herself and that the rules of the restaurant are clear. The owner of the restaurant says she does not believe that her manager, that regardless of whether it is her mother or not, she is paid to treat everyone equally and with excellence. Jade apologizes to Susanna, the owner, who even does not know why Mayara is meddling. There are so many people for her. The mother starts to speak, saying that Jade's posture is not adequate and that she needs to own up to her mistakes. She was irresponsible in her way of acting with her and must assume she cannot direct Mayara to her lack of responsibility. Susanna then catches Jade's eye, saying that as she is a newbie will tell her the story of the restaurant, says that her mother owns more than 30 restaurants around the world in places she does not even know, and that she doesn't know who she is because her mother stays more by the restaurants in Europe while she takes care of this one in Brazil, and that Jade was still thinking that her mother is. Jade tries to answer, saying who could imagine, the two don't look alike at all. Susanna cuts her off again and asks since when does she judge what the person has or does not have. Jade is at a loss for what to say, and Susanna continues with her sermon, asking if she has any idea what she did. She broke her mother's cell phone, and regardless of whether it was her or anyone else, everything she needs to do is on that phone, the payments, the documents. Jade tries to reduce the situation by saying that if it is a technical problem, 3 days is ready, and that if it is only the film, 3 reel already solves the problem. Already stressed, her boss says she's tired of hearing her excuses, and tells them to take advantage that her experience contract hasn't expired yet. Jade then replies, saying that she will, that this establishment is too small for her brightness, puts the little machine on the table and wishes for a good life and begins to leave. Susanna, screaming, says that it is the best thing she does, that she does not want it in front of her or painted gold. Her mother then tells her that she must find a way to supervise her employees, that Jade treated her horribly from the beginning, from the moment she arrived at the restaurant, that her luck was to have found Mayara, who is very polite and a love of person and who treated her very well. Susanna apologizes to her mother, says that so far she can't even greet her properly, apologizes again for everything that happened there. The lady then tells her daughter not to worry, that almost she gets sick there, because even pepper put in her juice and she is allergic, but that thank God Mayara warned her and she did not consume. That she is great and very happy for the wonderful employee she has. Mayara gets awkward and the mother then gives her daughter a hug. Susanna then asks what the name of her employee, who responds saying if she is called Mayara, she is happy to know, says that Jade talked a lot about her, of course always to speak badly, but that was probably fear of Mayara shining brighter than her. She then thanks the compliment and says she came into the restaurant to learn more about cooking because it's something she loves. In order for her to learn more about cooking and then be able to apply there in the restaurant, Mayara thanks her again and asks if she can hug them. The video then ends with a hug between the three.